Hey parents, it's me, Catherine Endy, the family life coach, and I want to talk today about the holidays. If you're in the US, we have entered the holiday season with our Thanksgiving coming up this week, and of course, a number of holidays that follow over the next couple of months. And I know that this can be a time of great excitement and also a time of great stress for families. And I want to help you with some ideas for how to stay calm and regulated through this time because it's our job to show up for our kids and help them be calm and regulated through the holidays too. But it starts with us as parents. So, first thing I want to talk about is that if you are going to family gatherings with your extended family or your family of origin, you might find yourself in a situation where you are both the parent and the child at the same time. And this can be super triggering because have you ever noticed that when you go home to your parents' home, if that's something that you do on a regular basis or a semi-regular basis, that you suddenly go kind of into child mode. And it can be a little jarring and a little dysregulating because we have such ingrained patterns with our family of origin that it is easy to slip back into the roles that we are used to. And if you are in the role of a daughter or a son, when you go into your parents' home, it's pretty natural actually to find yourself in that role, even though you're an adult and you're a parent now. So, just bringing some awareness to how that makes you feel and how you are in relation to the other adults in the room and how that might be affecting you on the inside. So, again, there's not necessarily anything you need to do to fix it or change it, but just start to bring some awareness to it and to notice if and when you're getting triggered by being in these roles that you're not necessarily in on the day to day. And I want to encourage you to check in with yourself. How am I feeling? And just be with that feeling. If you're feeling a little bit triggered, if you're feeling stressed, if you're feeling excitement or joy, whatever it is, just be with that feeling and notice what it feels like to be with yourself in that emotional state. And you might have not experienced that so much growing up. You might have noticed or experienced growing up that your parent wasn't able to be with you in certain emotions. And that's okay to just start to bring some awareness to that. But now you have an opportunity as a grown person to just be with yourself and be with your emotions. So if you notice that you're feeling maybe some grief or sadness around the way you were parented, or perhaps just feeling super stressed or triggered by your own parents, just be with that feeling and offer yourself the kind of nurturing and caring maybe that you didn't get. And then ask yourself, what do I need? This is part of self-compassion, is really checking in with yourself and offering yourself whatever it is that you might need. So just finding out, just being a little bit curious with yourself, what is it that I need right now? Do you need to take a break and go for a walk? Do you need to get a little extra sleep? Do you need to ask your partner for some support? Do you need to set a boundary? So just ask yourself as you're entering into these family situations and these large group gatherings, what is it that I need? And then in your role as a parent, I want to encourage you to make a connection with your child. Check in with your child in the same way that you just checked in with yourself. How am I feeling? And then I want you to just wonder with your child and maybe even ask them, how are you feeling? Now, if your child is old enough, they might be able to articulate, and they might be too young. They might not really be able to articulate how they're feeling in the moment, but that's okay. The point here is for you to be with them. So just in the way that you were being with yourself in some emotions that may have come up, now I want to encourage you to be with your child and wonder to yourself, what does my child need? You might find that children get very overstimulated in large groups or in family settings where they can kind of pick up on the stress a little bit if you're going back to your childhood home or back to your family of origin for the holidays and that's stressful for you, your child's going to pick up on that. So this is part of the importance of checking in with ourselves and asking ourselves what we need so that we can better show up for our kids. And checking in with them and just wondering, how are they feeling? What might they need? How can I offer that support? How can I be with that feeling? So maybe they're feeling a little shy or a little overexcited to see the cousins or the grandparents. Just see what it feels like to be with them in that emotion and to be supportive of them in the present moment. If you have a highly sensitive child or a child who's easily overstimulated, you might find that they need to take breaks. So if you're in a big family gathering and it starts to get intense, again, I want to encourage you to really notice how your child is doing. And if it seems like they might need a break, see if you can take a walk or, have a little bit of quiet time in a separate room. Maybe you sit together and read a book. But it's really important during the holidays for us to be present for ourselves and present for our children, because these emotions can run high during these family gatherings, during these times of lots of sugar and treats and lack of routine or changes in our routine, changes in our sleep schedule. You might be traveling, so that tends to throw a wrench into things. So I want to really encourage you to really tune into your child and see if you can figure out how to best support them, give them the breaks that they need. And you may need to give your extended family a little bit of a heads up about what your needs are and what your child's needs are. You might need to give them a heads up if your child's highly sensitive or tends to get dysregulated. You can let your family know, we're going to need to take some breaks from time to time, or maybe we need to spend a night in a hotel and not stay with the family, or maybe we need to set other kinds of boundaries. I really encourage you to use this holiday season as an opportunity to practice doing those things, which starts with checking in with yourself. How am I feeling? How do I want to feel? And what is it that I need in order to feel that way? And then offering that same support and care and concern for your child so that they can feel like holidays are a joyful and relaxing and fun time. So I hope this is helpful, and I hope you have a really lovely and joyous holiday season. See you soon.